Hey guys, Trevin here from Real Steamboat. We are on the Team Timbersled tour. We managed to make a stop here in Sandpoint and check in with our boys at Timbersled. We happen to be on the new model year 2022 product, so we're getting a first glimpse look and ride experience with this new product. Excited to show this to you. Let's have these guys take us through the new gear.
So what we got here is the new Riot 3-inch Pro kit. So this is the top of the line for Timbersled. We have internal bypass spiral fluted Fox chocks with lightweight springs and lightweight reservoirs. Just the best you can get in the snow bike market right now. And then the Riot 3. So the 3-inch track, 129, and all the playfulness of a Riot, but just that go anywhere traction that the 3-inch track gives you. I don't know, Brock, you got anything?
This is the kit we've been waiting for. Isn't that the line?
It's a blast to ride.
Yeah, it is an absolute blast. What I notice is it really stays planted a little bit more than the 120 Riot and gives you that extra traction to climb. But when you do want to transition or wheelie out of a situation, it does it on command.
We have the QSL base valve in the rear shock. So the blue knob down here, if you turn that to position 3, it makes the rear shock stiff enough to where it will barely transition, it will barely lift the ski off the ground. So if you do beep bop around into the bottom of a drainage and you're like, oh, how am I gonna get out of here? You can click that over to lock or to position 3 and it'll keep the ski down so you can drive it out just like an Arrow or a mountain horse, where you have a lot more control and you're not wheeling up and having to let off the gas. So that's a real good feature to have for mountain riding.
Brock, how often do you ride?
3 to 4 days a week. Yep, and put a lot of time on the snow. So, not as much as Phil. Phil's pounding it out, pounding moguls, getting everybody, getting the kits ready for everybody. He really does a good job with the shock tunes. So, I'm kind of the desk guy, if you would, right? We're about 15 minutes from the shop, 20 minutes from the shop, and we're in just epic terrain. So we're really close and lucky to have that. And yeah, it's really the proving grounds. This is where it all started here in Sandpoint. And kudos to Alan and Jimmy and Phil and these guys for building us to where we are today. So
I know Timbersled Tough is a slogan you guys stand by, and what does that mean to you?
Timbersled Tough means when we build something, we build it so to get back out of the mountains. We really put our heart and pride into building products that our customers can depend on, and we know that they're getting to the far reaches of these drainages and places that you certainly wouldn't want to spend the night. So Timbersled Tough to us means we're going to build product that'll get you back out, get you back home.
We push on them real hard until they stop.
Basically,
the oil goes around the outside, then goes. I'm Phil Driggers. I work for Timbersled as a development technician in the R&D department. Been here for 10 years. Started out as a tubing notcher and then worked into doing TIG welding, and then did manufacturing TIG welding for 3 years, and Polaris acquired the company shortly after that, and we kind of transitioned out of manufacturing facility into a research and development facility. So the job got a lot sweeter. I wasn't sitting at a bench welding parts all day. I started building snow bike kits and suspensions. And I'm from Sandpoint. I moved here. My parents were, I was 2 months old, so I've pretty much been here my whole life. Grew up hunting in these mountains, and I mean, I've been pretty much everywhere around here. And then once I started riding snow bikes, it was just a whole nother level of exploration and seeing things you'd never seen before. So it's been an awesome experience. Suspension is what I've been working on lately for the last couple years. Shock valving mostly, and working with new spiral fluting and then internal bypass. It's like trophy truck technology, I would say, in layman's terms. You see them just whipping across the whoops, and suspension's moving super fast. It's the same type of technology, but in a much smaller platform. Makes the ride quality a lot better, especially on a trail. Yeah, everyone's like, oh, you just ride all the time and everything. I do, but we ride over the roughest, crappiest snow in the world because that's where the suspension, you actually feel it. Right. So a lot of whoops, a lot of beat trail, and it's, yeah, that's, so when you're riding through that powder meadow and just having a ball, and then you come down onto the road and you're like, wow, this is kind of a little bit rougher than the powder meadow, you think. Yeah, but it could be worse.